You won't believe the amount of hidden sugars that are in these 8 healthy foods. And at the end, I'm gone, show you exactly what you need to look for on food labels, so that you do and fall for this sneaky stuff. But what if your go-to breakfast is secretly loaded with more sugar than you think? That's right. I'm talking about those seemingly innocent breakfast staples that can wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels without you even realizing it. Did you know that yogurt can have up to 40 grams of sugar in one serving? But here's the thing. When you drink apple juice, you're missing out on the fiber that's naturally found in whole apples. This means that the sugar in apple juice gets absorbed into your bloodstream more quickly than it would if you were eating a whole apple. But did you know that many of these seemingly innocent condiments are packed with hidden sugars? A creamy Caesar dressing can contain up to 19 grams of sugar. That's almost 5 teaspoons. And ranch dressing isn't much better with a whopping 28 grams of sugar per serving. That's over 7 teaspoons. But don't worry, you can still enjoy a delicious salad without all the added sugar. And if you're craving something creamy, try a Greek yogurt-based dressing for a healthier twist. Take barbecue sauce, for instance. A single tablespoon can contain up to 21 grams of sugar. A typical serving size of ketchup, which is about 2 tablespoons, can contain up to 12 grams of sugar. That's almost 3 teaspoons. But it doesn't stop there. Many other condiments like relish and jalapeno peppers packed in sugar water can also be surprisingly high in sugar content. And don't forget about those sweet and sour sauces that are commonly used in takeout meals. They can be loaded with up to 36 grams of sugar per serving. That's over 9 teaspoons. But here's the good news. There are plenty of healthier alternatives to these sugar-packed condiments. Look for sauces and condiments that are made with natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup, and avoid those with added sugars like corn syrup or agave nectar. You'll feel better knowing that you're putting less sugar into your body, and you may even discover some new flavor favorites along the way. Whereas when you drink your fruit juice, it's easy to consume large amounts of it without realizing it. Before you know it, you've had several cups and consumed a whole bunch of added sugar. Remember, just because a food is labeled as healthy or natural doesn't mean it's automatically good for you. And don't forget to check the ingredient list carefully. Some of these foods may seem like a healthy choice because they contain vitamins or minerals, but they can still be packed with hidden sugars. Look for foods that list whole, unprocessed ingredients as the first few ingredients, and avoid those with long ingredient lists that include processed sugars. Just because something is called sugar-free or diabetic-friendly doesn't mean it's automatically healthy. And finally, don't forget to pay attention to serving sizes. Many of these foods are meant to be eaten in moderation, but it's easy to overeat when they're so convenient and tasty. With a little bit of knowledge and some simple swaps, you can easily cut back on your sugar intake and improve your overall health. So what are you waiting for? Start reading labels carefully today and discover a healthier, happier you tomorrow. Instead, try drinking apple cider, which contains less sugar than apple juice and still has the fiber from the apple. Or better yet, eat a whole apple. You'll get all the natural sugars, but with a lot less of a blood sugar spike. What could be better? Well, for starters, the instant kind can be loaded with sugar. A single serving of oatmeal can have up to 21 grams of sugar. It's over 5 teaspoons. And let's not forget about those flavored packets that promise to turn your oatmeal into a delicious treat. They may contain up to 30 grams of sugar per serving. That's almost 8 teaspoons. But don't worry, there are plenty of ways to enjoy oatmeal without the added sugar overload. Try mixing in some chopped nuts, seeds, or fresh fruit for a delicious and nutritious breakfast. And if you're craving something sweet, opt for a natural sweetener like honey or maple syrup. Just be sure to use it in moderation. Remember, oatmeal itself has natural sugars, so you don't need to add more to make it taste good. That's over 7 teaspoons. But here's the thing. Not all sugars are created equal. When it comes to granola bars, it's important to look for ones that use natural sugars like brown rice syrup or honey instead of processed white sugars like glucose syrup or corn syrup. But what if I told you that your beloved latte could be secretly sabotaging your health? That's right. Many coffee shop drinks are packed with more sugar than you might think. Take the caramel macchiato, for instance. On average, a large one can contain up to 45 grams of sugar. That's a whopping 11 teaspoons. And don't even get me started on the pumpkin spice lattes. They can have up to 65 grams of sugar. That's 16 teaspoons. But it doesn't stop there. Other popular drinks like the mocha and the white chocolate mocha can contain up to 50 grams of sugar each. That's over 12.5 teaspoons. But here's the good news. There are plenty of ways to enjoy your coffee without all the added sugar. Ask for your drink to be made with sugar-free syrups, or better yet, opt for natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit. And don't be afraid to get creative. Try adding a splash of vanilla extract or a pinch of cinnamon to your drink for a delicious and nutritious boost. Your taste buds and your waistline will thank you. Not only are these natural sugars healthier for you, but they also tend to have a lower glycemic index, which means they won't cause your blood sugar levels to spike as quickly. And don't forget to check the ingredients list carefully. Some granola bars may seem like a healthy choice because they contain nuts and seeds, but they can still be loaded with added sugars. Look for granola bars that list whole grains, nuts, and seeds as the first few ingredients, and avoid those with long ingredient lists that include processed sugars. Trust me, your body will thank you. That's almost 10 teaspoons. And it's not just the added sugars like honey and fruit juice that are hiding in there. It's also the sneaky lactose sugar that's naturally found in milk. Lactose is a type of sugar that many people are sensitive to, and it can cause digestive discomfort if consumed in large amounts. Plus, it's definitely not doing your waistline any favors. All that sugar can add up to some serious weight gain if you're not careful. But here's the good news. There are plenty of low-sugar yogurt options out there that taste just as delicious without all the extra baggage. Look for yogurts that have less than 15 grams of sugar per serving, and avoid those with added sugars like high-fructose corn syrup or agave nectar. And don't worry, you don't have to sacrifice flavor for health. Try adding your own fresh fruit or a drizzle of honey for a touch of sweetness. Your gut and your taste buds will thank you. So grab your spoon and join me as we uncover the top 3 surprising sources of hidden sugars in breakfast foods. You're not going to want to miss this. And of course, I'll be sharing some of my favorite healthier alternatives that taste amazing. Let's dive right in. Breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day, or so they say. In the first spot, it's a product with the word natural in its name. It sounds wholesome and pure, but don't be fooled by this brand. They're packing a whole lot of sugar into their so-called natural peanut butter. Just take a look at this label. For every 2 tablespoons serving, you're getting a whopping 18 grams of sugar. That's almost a full teaspoon. And here's the kicker. They're hiding it under different names, like cane sugar, beet sugar, and agave nectar. So why would they do this? Well, when manufacturers use multiple names for sugar on the ingredient list, they're trying to trick you. By spreading out the sugar instead of listing it all in one place, they make it seem like there's less of it than there really is. And let's not forget about the added sugars they throw in for good measure, like brown sugar and molasses. We're talking about 7 additional grams of sugar. It's an extra 3.5 teaspoons just hanging out in this peanut butter. And to top it all off, they add corn syrup. Why? Because it has a high fructose corn syrup. It has a similar effect on your body as a regular high fructose corn syrup, but it sounds way better. Don't be fooled. 1 serving of this bad boy will give you a whopping 25 grams of sugar. That's 6.25 teaspoons. Now, I don't know about you, but that's way too much sugar for my taste buds. The truth is, many of these breakfast foods that we think are healthy and convenient are actually loaded with hidden sugars. It's time to start reading labels carefully and making smarter choices for our health. And remember, just because it says natural on the label doesn't mean it's automatically good for you. Stay tuned for more tips on how to spot hidden sugars in your food. And check out the description box below for some healthier breakfast alternatives that are both delicious and nutritious. You're not going to want to miss it. Before we move on to the next food group, I have a question for you. Okay, moving on to our next food group. Granola bars may seem like a healthy snack option, but they're often packed with hidden sugars. And now, it's time to shine the spotlight on another breakfast favorite. Here's a question for you. Did you know that 1 cup of apple juice contains approximately 32 grams of sugar? That's around 8 teaspoons. Many of us love to start our days with a little pick-me-up from our favorite coffee shop. And last but certainly not least, let's talk about salad dressings.